Hey, thanks for clicking this video. Just a friendly reminder, this is a clip from my previous live stream. And if you want to catch me live in action so you can join the conversation, just remember I live stream Sunday through Friday. That's 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And I'm going to post the time right here because I know some people don't want to Google. So nevertheless, go ahead and enjoy this video. One thing that you need to know is when politicians are in office, one of their main jobs is to, come up with solutions. And I know not every idea is going to be amazing, especially when you're working in a team with 50, 60 something people. Every once in a while, Timmy in the back is going to say the most dumbest idea ever. But you can't be rude and be like, hey, Timmy, I need you to shut up. You never come up with good ideas. Just go ahead and get everybody some coffee, okay? But you can't be rude like that, especially when you're in a team environment. But I can for sure say that Trump and Republicans, when it comes to their ideas, especially about this whole housing thing, has to be one of the dumbest ideas I have heard in my lifetime. Okay, now I'm not a housing expert. I once upon a time was like 98% close of getting my first house, but they screwed me. That's a long story. Maybe I'll tell you guys in a Discord, but we need good ideas because obviously it is a crisis. Can't express that more. Now, when it comes to progressives, which I am, progressives argue that housing costs are high because there aren't enough homes for regular people, so cities should build more affordable units, including public housing, nonprofit housing, mixed income housing, and rent control. Now, say what you want. You can agree or disagree on any of those policies. You can always say, hey, I can, even though I don't agree with public housing, I can see how that can, at the end of the day, benefit regular people. That's simple. I'm a regular person. If you help me get a home, I don't care about nothing else. Help me get my home that I can afford. But it's a couple of things to Trump's 50-year mortgage lease. It is crazy. 30 years is already a lot. I'm 38 years old, okay? 38 years old. If I was to get a house today and sign up for a 30-year lease, that'll make me 68, which, I could, okay, if I take care of myself, I could live to be 38 and live to see my house paid off. Tack on an extra 20 years to that. That's 88 years old. Hey, how I am talking on this YouTube about politics, 88 seems like a long way away. That doesn't make any sense. But don't take my word for it. It is a lot more to this. Let's go ahead, pull this up. And once again, I need the blockers because this is for copyright purposes. Don't be asking me later in the video, why do I have the shaders up? It's for copyright purposes, okay, guys? But let's go ahead and hear Josh Johnson kind of just express to you, and I could have done this myself, but the way that they do it on The Daily Show is a lot more funny. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
Or you can make them much longer, because where we'll all be in 50 years, dead. This seems like a bad idea, and if black people could get loans, I'd be worried. But hey, maybe I'm just hating, all right? I mean, how much would a 50-year mortgage save people?
Take a $400,000 loan at 6% interest. Under a 30-year mortgage, the monthly payment would be just shy of $2,400. Under a 50-year loan, it drops to just over $2,100, a savings of nearly $300 a month.
Okay, $300 you're saving to add 20 years to your contract. Once again, I'm no housing expert. I don't own a home. But that doesn't incentivize me to want to sign my name on a contract. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy. $300 a month? See, it's not a stupid idea. You know what? I'm going to apply for a 50-year mortgage right now.
But over time, that savings is erased by a much larger interest bill, because while the total interest on a 30-year loan would be about $463,000, the interest on a 50-year loan would total more than $860,000.
Signed, Ronnie Chang.
Okay, so now that we understand, and once again, you guys are probably a little bit more educated when it comes to owning a home and all the mortgage and all the interest rates, it does not make me, as someone who wants a home, to jump on board with this here. Why would I want to do that? Who would want to do that? I'm already someone who's scared to get in debt or to have a payment plan. I own my own car. The only thing I rent is my apartment. I don't like to rent things. When I buy a phone, like with AT&T, I don't rent my phone. I just bought the whole thing. I don't like owing people. And you think me signing a 50-year contract is going to satisfy me? No, it is not. Now, when it comes to other underlining issues with this plan here is people are still broke. People still don't have money. I mean, damn, we're still trying to talk about grocery prices. So you think tacking off about $300 from a mortgage and everything is still expensive, low quality jobs, and what is this supposed to solve? That is the problem. If you're going to solve a problem, fix the root problem of the situation. But we already know. I don't even know why I'm trying to explain this. Hey guys, you already know why someone like Trump would come up with an idea like this. Not to benefit you and I. No. They want to benefit, say it with me, the banks, other mortgage institutions, other real estate agencies, and everybody in between. Benefit them. Make them more rich while we are stuck paying for the rest of our lives. That's simple. So let's go ahead and hear Mr. Marc Lamont Hill talk about the situation. And
Donald Trump.
This is on the Joe Budden TV podcast. So once again, we need the blockers because they are not friendly when it comes to people using their content. But we don't care anyways because we got the magic blockers, okay?
It's an accent pillow of the project.
Basically.
Yeah.
Because the people who benefit from this mainly are going to be the brokers, the real
banks,
estate people,
the banks.
It's not poor people.
It ain't.
You're right. It's a cover up for the real problem, which is that we don't have affordable housing in this country. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people are going to get drawn into this, like, oh, now I can afford this house, and I really think it's going to be a lot of middle class people who are now going to get a bigger house than they can afford, or more house they can afford, because we always think, like Sebastian Telfair and others, like everybody, and I don't want to put it on him, that we're going to make more next year than we did last year. So I'll just pay this off early. Oh, I'll just catch it.
Yeah.
And so what you're going to end up with is people who never get to home ownership. At least with the 30-year mortgage, you could buy a house at 30, and when it's time to retire, you have a house.
See, I think.
Do y'all not plan for a fall off?
No, most people don't.
It's so funny you asked that. That's what I was about to ask you when you were in your island.
Let's get to that after.
Yeah.
After. I want to hear.
Most people don't plan for a fall off. I think most people. I think us, and I get this critique a lot, that when we speak up here, we all speaking from a position of privilege. We all blessed, right? The average person in America, dog, is worried about tomorrow. Like, we living on check to check. Right. And when I say check to check, I really mean check to check.
Man,
like, if a check don't come in, my nigga, niggas is fucked. Like, the government shut down. Like, I got tenants who, yo, Ish, I'm so sorry. Like, my husband is in the Navy. They not getting paid. I got you. What do you say to that? Like, yo, you can't.
Get out. Here's a U-Haul. My man, I can save you some money. My man will do it for you.
Is U-Haul open? We gonna clear this out. I'm gonna give you another week. But
I just got NBA players at it now. So
like, dog, I think that people don't even have the mindset to plan. Fuck plan for the fall off. We plan already falling. Nigga. We just literally trying to get by, my nigga. That's most people.
That's why.
And why don't the Republican Party understand that? That is very simple. I mean, we already know why they don't understand that. They don't care about it. But if they wanted to make an impression on people as if they do care, what about the quality of these jobs? What about jobs that are able to pay? I know not every a business in the world can pay a livable wage, which is a whole nother conversation, but a lot of these companies that people work for, which I have my whole life, they can, but they won't. So how am I supposed to even think about tacking an extra 20 years to a mortgage plan if I barely can work with what I got now? That's one thing that I had an issue with Harris's plan. It was cool. It was better than Trump's, obviously. But it never solved the underlying issue of quality of jobs. You want to help me get a house by, I think she said like, what, $40,000, $50,000 down? Okay, cool. But I'm still working these jobs that are paying dirt, especially in my area, in Denver, Colorado. I at least need to be making $27 an hour. But the average around this area is like 22, 23 on a good day. You ain't thinking about getting no house. So we need ideas that solve the underlying issues, which is quality jobs, a livable wage, dare I say. But no, nobody wants to talk about that, huh? Wow, that's kind of weird. Let's go to our last point here at 6:41. Once again, I really only watch these podcasts only because Marc is on here. Everybody else, they have decent opinions, but I'm only here to see Marc, okay?
Because we just carry too much debt. We buy a whole bunch of shit.
Look at this,
we just buy a lot.
Nigga, you lucky, nigga. You got a chef in the family, nigga. You good. You can open up a restaurant.
Don't got nothing to do.
Nigga, we fucked up.
A nigga sneaker habit or stupid shit like that. Bro, niggas be having 300 and 400 pairs of sneakers. Like, that shit is just,
it's insane.
It's wasteful.
And I've said this before on the show, but my man who does mortgages for poor people to get them low income, to get them out of housing and into homes. So the two things he said is, one, people always assume as human beings that next year is going to be better than last year. We always assume we're going to make more and do better next year than last year. And he said with black people in particular, because that's his population, he said the solution oftentimes to money is to get another job or to work more, not to spend less.
Not to spend less.
And always so get more money. That combination can be tough to navigate. So we have to think about how can we spend less, and also
that's what's important.
To the question you asked, or how can we anticipate the fall off? Obviously, on our level, is different than somebody who's living check to check. But it's still a thing. Is you got to anticipate that next year might be worse than last.
Yeah.
And to me, that is a very sad thing to come up with. And you know, everyone can do their own lives. Everyone can, if you want to work 3, 4, 5 jobs, hey, power to you, okay? Tell me how you do it. But me, I can't do that. Like, I value my personal time. I value my family time way too much to not only give my 110% to a company, which at the end of the day, they don't care about your black ass or white ass or whatever ass that you have watching this video, but to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs. That is not how quote unquote the wealthiest country on earth is supposed to operate. You got to work 2 jobs just to afford a house? I'm sorry. I'll live in an apartment. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing quite well in this apartment. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I'm chilling. Why would I tack on that extra stress, work another job just to have even more problems? Because we already know, an apartment versus a house. I mean, we can have a conversation. It'd be a fun one. But it's a lot more stress that comes along with the house. And you want me to work an extra job just to get that? It doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, just recently, my rent just went up an extra like $80. I don't know why. They didn't ask me, hey, Mr. Jerome, are you making more money? Oh, you are? Okay, let's tack on X. No. They just said, hey, congratulations. You get to pay us more money. And we renovated nothing in this complex. So everything is getting higher except for our wages, which is weird. If a party came out and said, hey, we're going to make sure that these companies that can pay a livable wage will pay a livable wage, I guarantee you they will be president forever. That is the type of fascism that I want, is when they are willing to give regular people what they need. Now, of course, I'm joking about that, but, it's tempting. But we don't live in a political environment where these parties, which, Republicans and liberals, not progressives, where they don't care about solving the underlying issues. Because 1 is political chess, and they need their chess pieces. And 2, they're happy. They have no incentives to solve this problem because they live in mansions. They got their money. They don't care if you got your money or live in a house. They don't care. By history. So that's simple, guys.
I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra. Fuck with me.